Up next in Retail Rally is a topic that I know is of importance to all of us as consumers look to our websites for information and shopping. Our next speaker today is Marnie Ochs-Raleigh. Marnie is the CEO of Evolve Systems, who serves as the client champion and the relationship manager there. Marnie has evolved the company over the past 17 years to embrace technology advancements to provide superior service for clients. She leads with the understanding that business and a website needs to reflect a company's mission, their vision, and their cores. Marnie conducts business with the priority that client interaction is led with integrity, innovation, and transparency, and that results in lasting relationships. Marnie, great to have you here today talking about websites and e-commerce. Please join me in welcoming Marnie Ochs-Raleigh.
Mute.
There we go.
Okay, so thank you so much for the opportunity to learn more from our other speakers. The information that Melvin shared was just fantastic. Seeing those statistics that we have got great traffic and we've got some representatives that are fighting for all of us is fantastic. So I appreciate that. Knowing that we have retail and that retail has had to use that crazy word pivot multiple different times here, we want to make sure that we're focusing in on how we can help extend those marketing efforts. So it's like, how do you evolve your business and really stay relevant in this new market? How do we innovate and how do we create the best client experience to earn that customer loyalty? And how do we lean in and embrace those new shopping trends? How do we double down on some of those marketing efforts? We know that more people are shopping online than physically going into stores. And where do we learn about that besides, listening to our staff members, listening to our customers, and then really learning what it is that they want. So we have put together a program at Evolve Systems that's just called Simply Add E-commerce, because you can have a full-blown e-commerce site, or we can assist with adding different components to what you have. And knowing that we've got the holiday season coming up, this is a real timely topic. So thank you both Bruce and Savannah for inviting me to talk about this. Tony Robbins said that if you do what you've always done, you're gonna get what you've always gotten. And I think that holds so true to today. So while we had my professional bio that was just shared with you there, I wanted to give a little bit of personal insight. I'm a wife of 30 years. We celebrate our 30th anniversary this month, actually. We have 4 beautiful adult children, 3 grandfours, and 8 backyard chickens that have been real fun. I'm also a 6th generation entrepreneur. I'm the past president for NABO, which is the National Association of Women Business Owners, and the owner of Evolve Systems for over 18 years. And I am fiercely passionate about helping our clients achieve their business goals. Today's topic is timely. We talk about that word pivot in a pandemic, and we are heading into the holiday shopping season. So let's start our conversation. We have some contents here that we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to be zipping through a lot of this real quick. So bear with me. If there's questions, we'll be able to have a little bit of time at the end of this. And what we want to do is really take a look at what the future of retail looks like. If you have that traditional brick and mortar store, now it's even more important to expand that digital footprint. Here's a list of some immediate benefits and drawbacks that can happen by either adding that e-commerce or by just adding a simple shopping cart on. We know that the benefits are that you're going to be able to migrate additional online sales, that the employee cost may be different because you're able to get additional sales that are coming in. By having more online interaction, you can increase what your customer tracking is to be adding that to additional marketing materials. There's order management to help with inventory and stock concerns. That remarketing effort to be able to send additional information out to previous clients is important. Lowering overhead costs, we're all interested in doing that as a business owner. streamlining that product search, being able to do product comparisons and promoting additional products that you may have. And then giving that personalized shopping experience online is real important. And then tying those shopping carts to your social media so that as you are active on social media and you're engaging with your ideal customer, that it is tying straight back to those e-commerce opportunities. Now, what are some of the drawbacks? It's clearly a shift in your business plan, and shipping is always fun to figure out because we have to take into consideration not only the packaging, but the shipping and the different carriers. We have tax issues and there's privacy considerations. I had to throw this in there. We have the Amazon effect that is happening, where we know that a lot of people are connected to Amazon and Amazon Prime. And so that is a challenge for retailers. And it really is dependent upon that website upkeep and how much time and energy that a person within your team has as far as a technical capability to be able to make those updates and making sure that they're being trained, and then managing your inventory, what's online and what's available and what is available on your shelves. So there's some challenges that are here. If we take a look at e-commerce across a bunch of different types of businesses, regardless if your retail channel is focused on B2B or B2C, e-commerce needs to be managed differently. And we see this happening time and time again with different clients. And I'm going to touch base on this in a further slide here, but there is a big difference between marketing those consumable goods as well as products and then services for B2C or B2B. There's a impact that we all know is there, and I found that this forecast was really informative for what we're looking at. We see that in the light blue section is what is the e-commerce versus what is in store, and we see this trending time and time again. This forecast was created prior to the pandemic, so I think it's safe for us all to assume that the e-commerce numbers posted in 2020 are most likely much higher. But we're entering into the holiday shopping season. Today marks 80 days. 80 days that we have to be able to market to people that we know that are shifting and pivoting all of their shopping to online. To support these figures, let's take a look at a few quick statistics and how they can relate to your business. So Forrester is a surveying company, and they see that online retail is growing at 18.5% this year alone. So we're seeing that it's going to reach 20% overall penetration in North America. So does your current marketing strategy support that type of online growth? And we know that we're going to have a very strong stay-at-home holiday season. And so that brings more online shopping or delivery of packages to families. So this is going to be important. And we saw from the statistics that Melvin just shared that this is in fact true. Dynet polled and discovered that nearly 2/3 of the 1,000 adult shoppers that they surveyed, so about 62%, plan to do all their holiday shopping online. Does your business have the right type of programs that are set up and established to really be doing and handling online shopping? Is your marketing still directing consumers to brick and mortar or online? Do you have a separate Amazon store? Do you have your own e-commerce as well as an Amazon opportunity? And are you inviting your current clients to experience your products online? How do you do that? Understanding that customers are loyal customers. When you understand your client, you understand how you can best create that online experience for them. So simply adding a shopping cart or building a full e-commerce application can be really easy to do. And I just wanted to give a few different examples of how this has continued to evolve. And when we take a look at this information, really what options do you have? And these are questions that we can help answer. And we have to understand that not everything is the same as far as technology and what gets offered. And some things make more sense for other types of businesses and the type of interaction that you have with your client. So I wanted to share, here's an example of Ecwid. And Ecwid is like a mini shopping cart. It has a fantastic opportunity to be able to integrate the social media and social shares on all of the products. This particular Ecwid integration is into a WordPress website, and they started out wanting to sell 1 or 2 products. Ecwid has a really low barrier to entry as far as cost goes, and it's easy for people to be able to set up. It has a great mobile experience, and you can maintain it yourself very, very easily. This is a B2B company, and I wanted to use this as an example just to show that while they have a very robust website that has a lot of training videos, a lot of information on it, they are also continuing to add and build out this shopping cart. So the UX and UI, which stands for the user interface, and the client journey is excellent in how we were able to add this back in. So this is one opportunity to show how somebody can easily add e-commerce back to their website. The second one that I wanted to show is using Shopify. And this was, it's a client that we work with. He came to us through our Wounded Warrior commitment, and he's a Navy SEAL that decided that the Alaskan frontier is gonna sit well with his soul. And so he does quite a bit of photography, and he sells those images in either a card format or large print. And we chose to use Shopify for him because of the ease of use that he's able to do with it. And he's using this as a shopping forward website rather than here's your information and here's 1 or 2 products that need to get added. His intent here is to be able to raise awareness and also sell his images. We talk about e-commerce, but I don't want to miss out on the opportunity for pay now buttons. And we do know that there are retailers that have that opportunity where there might be a service that gets involved with it. And this is another example of a really easy pay now button that gets added. This was put on a specific website for tenants to be able to go in and make online payments and to be able to manage the interface and how they're interacting with the leasing office. And so by creating additional ways for your clients to pay you, it creates a much easier opportunity to get an increased cash flow, as well as business owners or people who have got points-based rewards cards that are wanting to make those payments to achieve those additional points. So even though you may not be having a full e-commerce experience, this is a really easy way to increase what the activity is on your website. The next example here that is really kind of fun is Gustola Granola, and we created this site specifically on Shopify because the intent purpose is to increase their brand awareness, and this layout that we selected definitely gets those products front and center, and it also really helps that brand awareness. And so we wanted to make sure that clients saw how fun the brand was and what that automatic experience looks like. If anybody here loves granola, this product is something that you must have. You can find it in a lot of neighborhood grocery stores, but most importantly, you can buy it online. And their goal was to be able to expand their audience and have sales in every single state. And I think she's hit it now. This is a local company, and she's got some great goals, and she's doing a fantastic job with it. This product is also available on Amazon, and so there is that opportunity to be purchasing it either directly from her or through Amazon or through other grocery stores. So this has increased her overall awareness, and the mobile ordering piece on it is awesome. The next one I wanted to talk about was utilizing WooCommerce. And so we all hear websites are created with WordPress. I mean, that's just one of the available platforms, but WordPress also has a full integrated shopping cart called WooCommerce. And for clients that have that current WordPress website, if they have more products than just that little shopping basket that we talked about on that slide using Ecwid, this is an opportunity for businesses to be able to add in e-commerce that might need to be a little bit more substantial. So this is a second generation business. So she inherited this business from her father, and her father was not embracing technology as much as what she certainly wants to. And one of the problems that she wanted to solve is clients calling her all the time and saying, I just need to order this one part, or I just need to order this replacement item. And they're calling her on her cell phone. And as a busy business owner, it just made a whole lot of sense to be able to add on some very specific pieces. So rather than taking her whole inventory of what's available, it really is adding those products that have more frequency and are easy to be able to ship out. So this was a great solution for this client. One of the things that we always take a look at when adding e-commerce is the necessary pieces that have to go together. And it's all about security. We know that we talk about physical security, we talk about the security systems in our stores, but we also have to take a look at what our online security looks like. If you're using a SaaS-based e-commerce program such as Shopify, they take care of a lot of this for you. But if you're using a system such as WordPress, where you're needing to add on an e-commerce, you're gonna need to make sure that you have that SSL certificate that's put in place. That's gonna be what protects you from the hackers. SSL stands for that secure socket layer, and it adds that additional layer of protection. And we want to make sure that when clients are going through the checkout process, that they see that the site is secure, because they don't want to be worrying about credit card fraud or any type of their information that could get stolen. When we're looking at security considerations, no matter what type of a platform it is, we all need to make sure that that payment protection piece is a part of it, because that PCI, which stands for Payment Card Industries Compliance, on having those security pieces put in place is critical. If there is one violation, the fine per instance can be up to $50,000 each time. So it's important that you work with a trusted provider that is going to make sure that you stay relevant and within compliance. We see that the GDPR, that was kind of a buzz term that we started hearing about towards the end of last year, which stands for that General Data Protection and Regulation piece, is real important for how you are capturing your clients' information. So if you're utilizing Google Analytics to be tracking where those clients may be coming from, you need to make sure that you've got your GDPR policy put in place. And then we have our CCPA, which is the California Consumer Privacy Act. That is certainly important. And California is the first state to start enacting this Consumer Privacy Act. We see that coming and being introduced by other states in the very near future. So having your attorney go through and review your privacy policies and your protection and talking to your staff members about that is extremely important. There's other privacy policy statements that need to be added. And then of course, having that clear return and refund section posted on your website is important for chargebacks, and also helping clients understand how they can trust you as a company to stand behind the products or services that you're wanting to sell online. If we're going through the whole process of adding e-commerce, we need to also mention marketing integrations. And marketing is just as important for your brick and mortar store as it is for your online experience. If you have products or services that you sell online, what do you do with it next? Rather than training your team members on how to sell better or how to offer those better in-store shopping experiences, you can start to take that same time and care for that ongoing marketing by creating specific landing pages that may be doing a promotion for a product promotion or new items that are in the store, and doing specific marketing with hot links that go back to that item is a fantastic way to be able to drive additional business. And then we talked about that social media integration into each one of those products, and being able to do promotions and share that within social media is important. There's opportunities for pay-per-click marketing with either Google or Bing. There's the Google ads, as well as ads that you could be running on Facebook and Instagram. We see TikTok, that's been a real favorite for the younger generation, and really understanding where your audience hangs out online and paying attention to what that message is that you are portraying as far as their customer experience is. So sharing what's going on in your store and drawing that correlation between exactly what's happening online on somebody's personal screen and what's happening in the store can help to build that customer loyalty. Having a customer relationship management tool or a CRM and an integration helps to be doing additional marketing. So when you do have somebody that visits and you are able to gather their contact information, having promotions in the future and being able to send out different coupons is real important. There's other items that you can be adding to shopping carts, such as like abandonment tracking. So if somebody comes to your website and then they go through the process, but they just don't have that buy now button, there's specific things that can be added onto websites that can then give you a trigger that maybe you need to send them a 10% off coupon if they haven't hit that buy now button, and that can get sent out a day or so later, and then you're able to really understand, what that buying habit might be, and is there different language that needs to be on that page or different call to actions. So adding that whole thought of marketing and having your traditional marketing messages with what publications that you're doing, your promotions is real important, but also understanding, where is your ideal audience hanging out online, and how do you talk with them, and how do you interact with them, and creating that experience, that story that you tell is so important to build that brand loyalty. Seth Godin shared with us that marketing is no longer about the stuff you make, but it's really about those stories that you tell, and that's all about the experience. Yes, people want great products. Yes, people want to be able to have trust in the relationship of where they buy things online, but they really want the experience. And so by providing a fantastic experience for them as they go through and search what your products are, what options are, and how you lay things out, is going to make a difference for the overall success that you're going to have online. So in closing, a few thoughts to share is that if you can't add e-commerce to your current website, start reimagining your current website as your media channel. And how is it that your current website can be used as that base of where you tell stories? Focus more on search engine optimization, do some organic SEO, maybe take a look at what some pay-per-click might look like. But really focus in on that customer experience and how you can communicate back with them, and how you're able to share exactly what your goal is as a business owner, and what your goal is, and how your customer will interact with your brand. So that was a lot of information. I'm leaving a little bit of time here for questions. And Bruce, I'll kick it back over to you.
Thanks, Marnie. That's the beauty of the format, is you really have to zip through things. I know it's hard. You did a great job, and thanks for showing us those kind of live examples, or those real case study examples. I think that's super helpful. Just a real quick 10-second poll for you. Just curious here. Go ahead and hit your answer on that. We're curious how many folks have an e-commerce option on their website, so the ability for a consumer or a business partner to transact things. And Marnie, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us today. We really, really appreciate it. And as we see things pop up, it looks like we're kind of close to 50-50. That's maybe no surprise to you, Marnie, huh?
No surprise at all. And I wanted to make sure that we shared a little bit about, if you already have e-commerce, here's some additional marketing items that you could be thoughtful about as we're going into the holiday season, or as you're putting together your strategic marketing plan for 2020. And if you don't have it, here's some ideas of what you need to be able to be thinking about for making those changes. So thank you so much. I hope that this has been a good resource for the attendees today.
Thanks, Marnie.